Hello students, we have completed chapter 1. We are starting with chapter 2 today. But I will give you some questions related to chapter 1 and do that questions in your assignment box. So, chapter 2 is matter around a sphere. So, as this chapter name is including word pure, you should know the meaning of pure first. What is pure? Pure meaning same type of composition, or we can say single substance, which cannot be separated by physical methods, is pure substance. I'm taking one example, students. Suppose if you are purchasing any gold jewelry, in that if all the atoms, all the particles are of gold only, then that jewelry is considered as pure. If some other particles along with gold are there, that means it will be impure. It will not be pure. So, I am taking matter again, students. As we have done, matter is what? Anything which have mass and occupy space is called matter. Matter can be divided into two, physical and chemical. Physical, solid, liquid and gas, which we have done nicely in chapter 1. In chapter 2, we will do with chemical classification of matter. In the chemical classification, we are dividing matter into two forms, pure and impure. Pure is further divided into element and compound, and impure is divided into mixture. One by one, we will take all these terms, elements, compounds, and mixture. Firstly, I'm taking element. What is it? Simplest form of matter made up of same kind of atoms. Only single type of atoms are there. Like if we are taking zinc metal, only zinc atoms are there. If I am taking iron, only iron atoms if present, then it is element. Gold, oxygen, sulfur, any element if you are knowing. I will be giving you, students, today the list of 10 elements. You have to learn that by heart along with their atomic number, symbol, and atomic masses. In a week, I want you to learn that list of 10 elements, and after that, I will give you 10 more. So, in this year, you have to remember 20 elements. So, these all are the elements which are the simplest form of matter and made up of single type of atoms, same kind of atoms, which cannot be separated by any means, either by physical or by chemical. किसी भी मेथड से हम elements को separate नहीं कर सकते. Elements can be metals, they can be non-metals, and intermediate properties, metalloids. So elements can be metals, elements can be metalloids, elements can be non-metal. I have written examples also here, students. All the metals, gold, silver, aluminium, zinc, copper, iron, these all are metals and they are element. Metalloids, if I am taking carbon, which shows properties of metals as well as of non-metals. Carbon, silicon, germanium. Non-metals, if I am taking oxygen, nitrogen, sulfur, chlorine, bromine, these all are non-metals. Okay, students? So element can be metal, can be metalloid, can be non-metal, but it is made up of single type of atoms. Clear? Now I am taking compound. When two or more than two elements mix together, combine together in fixed ratio by their mass. When you learn the atomic masses, this point will be more clear to you, students. Two or more than two elements, when combined together in fixed ratio by their mass, they form compound. Like I'm giving you example, Water, you all are knowing the formula of water, H2O. In 7th class, much about the elements you have done. So, H2O, if I am taking, you are observing that two atoms of hydrogen and one atom of oxygen is there in water. Two atoms of hydrogen, one atom of oxygen. If we consider their masses, hydrogen is having one atomic mass. I will give you the chart soon. Hydrogen is having one atomic mass and oxygen is having 16 atomic mass. Here you are observing two atoms of hydrogen are there. So 1 multiplied by 2. हाइड्रोजन का मास 1 होता है क्योंकि दो एटम्स हैं इसलिए 1 into 2 किया हमने तो क्या हो गया मास 2. So mass of hydrogen is becoming 2 and oxygen, since only one atom is there, so it will be 16. We are simplifying it further. 2 ones are 2, 2 eights are 16. So what is the mass here? Mass ratio 1 is to 8. So we can say when two or more than two elements combine in a fixed ratio by their mass, they form compound. Like if you are considering, if you are taking water from sea, water from lake, water from pond, water from rain, कहीं से भी आप पानी लीजिए, that will contain formula H2O, that means two atoms of hydrogen, one atom of oxygen, and in that samples ratio of mass of hydrogen and oxygen will be always 1 is to 8. That's why it is a compound. Same as carbon dioxide here I have taken. Carbon mass is 12, oxygen mass is 16. And since two atoms are there, 16 multiplied by 2, we will get 32. Here 12 only, why? Because carbon is 1 only, 1 atom. Here two atoms of oxygen, one atom of carbon. So 12 and 32 we are getting. If we want to simplify that ratio, these two numbers are coming in the table of 4. 4 3 is a simplest ratio we are taking, students. 4 3 is that number can come in 2 also. 8 is 32. That's why the simplest ratio is 3 is to 8. So are you getting my point, students? When two or more than two elements combine together in fixed ratio by their mass. Carbon dioxide if you are collecting from atmosphere, carbon dioxide if you are collecting from combustion process, carbon dioxide if you are collecting by the air you exhaust out. We also exhale carbon dioxide. All the samples will contain carbon and oxygen in the ratio of 3 is to 8 by their mass. So compounds are two or more than two elements when combined together in fixed ratio by their mass and which cannot be separated by physical means but can be separated by chemical means. इनको हम chemical means के through अलग कर सकते हैं but they cannot be separated. Hydrogen and oxygen from water cannot be separated by physical means. Clear, students? Like if we filter H2O, H and O become separate. Can it be so, students? हो सकता है क्या ऐसे कि water को मैंने एक छलनी से छान दिया तो हाइड्रोजन ऊपर रह गया ऑक्सीजन नीचे चला गया नहीं कभी नहीं. So no physical method can separate the constituents of compounds, but chemically they can be separated. But why? How? Like electrolysis, if you have heard. Electro meaning electricity, lysis meaning breaking. When electricity is applied on water, it breaks into hydrogen and oxygen. So chemically we can separate the compounds, but not by physical methods. Okay. So students, now after completing compound, I am giving you this chart and you have to learn it. And after that, I will again tell you the compound by taking different examples. Okay. So here, name of the element, symbol of that element, atomic number, and atomic mass. Here, hydrogen, most of you are knowing these elements, numbers, and masses because you have done this in class 7th also. So, hydrogen, H, 1 is the number, 1 is the mass. Helium, H capital, E small. Don't write H capital and E also capital. That will be absolutely wrong. He, 2 is the number, 4 is the mass. Lithium, L capital, I small, 3 is the number, 7 is the mass. Beryllium, B capital, E small, 4 number, 9 mass. Boron, capital B only, 5 and 11. Carbon, only capital C, 6 is the number, 12 is the mass. Nitrogen, only single N, capital. Number is 7, mass is 14. Oxygen, O alone, 8 is the number, 16 is the mass. Fluorine, 9 is the number and 19 is the mass. And neon is Ne, N capital E small, 10 is the number and 20 is the mass. In my next class, I want you to learn these all 10 elements, students. It is very simple, students. And if you learn it, then you can able to understand the topics which I will be teaching you in my next video. Till then, thank you, students.